Hello Stratters, my name is Bobgar. I am playing some Hatedrazi, so Eldrazi Hate Bears in Modern. I think this is a keepable hand. I think I probably have turn 2 Tide Hollow into turn 3 Leonin Arbiter. Or I could, it depends on what he plays, I could also throw down the Strangler in order to get something off the table from him. But it looks like a keep, assuming my hand doesn't get disrupted, it doesn't seem terrible. He is Tron. Well, it doesn't bode super well for me, although it's nice that I have the Ghost Quarters. If I don't have a turn 1 play, which it doesn't look like I do, I guess I'll start Godless Shrine. Or actually, I probably should have started Shambling Vents. Yeah, Shambling Vents would have been better. Doesn't matter too much, though. It matters a little bit. I screwed myself over a little bit, but it shouldn't be. I don't think it's going to be the difference between the game. Okay, he doesn't have a second Tron piece. That's good news for me, presumably. Eldrazi Temple. That's pretty neat. I still think I just play Plains into Tide Hollow to get whatever his best card is out of his hand here. What you got? What do you have for me? What's in your hand? Let me see. Okay. Perilous Vault is a sweeper. Fire Spout is a sweeper. I'd probably get rid of... Well, Pyroclasm was also a sweeper. He has a lot of sweepers, which are not very good for me. Man, I don't have anything in hand that doesn't die to Pyroclasm. I guess he could Fire Spout my guy next turn and get it back, but if he does, that's probably fine. Yeah. Yeah, Perilous Vault's annoying too. There's no good answer here. This is going to put me in a pretty hard position. Those Wasteland Stranglers are looking pretty bad. Okay, I'll take that. Pass turn, see what he does. Don't know if there was a good choice there. Could have been that some of the other choices were better. Okay, he generates red mana. Oh, and he drew a tower, apparently. That's really good for him. And he Fire Spouts like I expected him to. Alright. And he gets his card back. Well, I could play Eldrazi Displacer relatively safely if I wanted to. I could also play Arbiter, kill Tower, for instance. That's probably the play just because I want to keep him off of Tron. I think it's the stronger play here. And because I have so much mana, I'm not really worried about not casting things, so... Alright, no more Tower. Wow. He drew the mine too? What? That's insane. Well, not the end of the world. Hopefully he doesn't magically draw another tower. That would be really bad for me, but not too much I can do if he does, and I'm just getting super land flooded here. Yeah, I gotta play Displacer. I can't imagine playing anything else. 1, 2, 3, Displacer. Next turn, it's not even clear if I play anything. I could play a Strangler, but I'm not going to have anything to target. It's just going to be a 3-2, which is not super good against him. Wow, he is drawing a lot of lands. Perilous Vault, he can sack it at 5. I don't think blinking the Displacer saves it. I'll have another Ghost Quarter to keep him off of Tron if I want to. Not that that's super useful right now. Shambling Vent to get an extra damage will be nice. 2, 3. Next turn I could double blink. And I think he does have. He's at 4. I'm pretty sure I should have used my clip tool. I'm pretty sure a second Sanctum of Eugen is what I saw in there. So I kind of don't want to commit anything to the board right now. I mean, I can use the mana to blink him, but that's not going to work out the way I want. If it returned him at end of turn, it would be one thing, but it doesn't. So I think he's just going to get it. I actually have nothing I could blink. What does he reveal? He got in the tower. Well, he decided to not do that, which is interesting. Do I want a Thought Knot when I know he can use Perilous Vault? That's the biggest question. I mean, I wish I had a way to... Yeah, I think I gotta Ghost Quarter his power plant. Which isn't gonna help me a ton, but it'll keep him off of Tron. I could just swing for 5 and leave my hand back with this Perilous Vault up. Take out Power Plant. Does he have more than one forest? Or is this a strip mine? That's the question. He is running a pretty budget build. It's hard. I don't want to commit too much to the board. I feel like if I play a Strangler, his next turn is almost definitely Perilous Vault. He's not... I don't think he's going to have enough mana next turn to play the World Breaker. So I can hold off a turn on Thought Knot. I mean, maybe I play this just because it makes it more tempting for him to Perilous Vault, and then I can Thought Knot the turn after and take whatever his best card is. That wouldn't be a terrible idea. Or I can just get in for 5 damage now and see what he does next turn. I think I'm going to... I think I'm going to risk it. He's mad because I'm playing slow. He's mad. He's dotting me. He does not take kindly to me taking a long time to play. If I were him, I would destroy Perilous Vault now. Which is the reason I played this way. I basically want him to... I want him to see, oh, I can 2-for-1 with Perilous Vault. I don't want to wait any longer. But he doesn't. Or I guess he can do it at instant speed. Okay. No blocks. No, he Perilous Vaults. Alright, that's what I expected. Exile all non-land permanents. Fine. Main. 1, 2, 3, 4. What does he have? He has another land. Now I need to decide if I'm more scared of Worm Coil or World Breaker. Both are pretty much going to destroy me, unfortunately. There's no good choice here. World Breaker will artifact, enchantment, or land, so you would take out a land with World Breaker. Probably my Shambling Vent, I would assume. That's if I leave World Breaker, that will happen. I think I'm actually more likely to be able to deal with a World Breaker, though, than I am to be able to deal with a Worm Coil. Because Worm Coil just... the Death Touch gets me. World Breaker I can technically kill off the -3/-3 if I swing in with this first. He's not indestructible, right? He's just 5/7 reach. So yeah, 4 plus 3. Yeah, that would kill him. Alright, I'm gonna take Worm Coil then. Land, pass turn. Expedition maps. Takes 2 mana to crack Expedition map, presumably. Maybe he didn't realize he had enough mana to play the other thing? I'm not sure. Oh, well, I guess he could just get it and play it immediately. And he can search his deck for another one. He has to reveal it, though. I think he's got me here. I don't think I can win from this position, but I'm going to play it out anyway. He gets an Ulamog. Okay. So this is when you cast, not when he enters. So I could hold up this if I want to. Do I hold up this? Well, I think I swing here, let him block, kill it with this. Next turn, flicker his his dude so I can get him for damage. Probably. Well, he'll probably just kill that. It's one of the things he kills. I don't know. We will see. We will see if he blocks here too. He does block. Alright. Give him a card. One, two, three. Exile. I guess I'll put the Perilous Vault back in your graveyard. Okay. Hatedrazi Temple. Pass the turn. I don't think this is a very good matchup, unfortunately. I mean, it's not terrible. I do have quite a bit of ways to destroy land. He actually does go for 2 lands here, which I guess is actually a pretty big blowout. I didn't think that would happen. Takes me off of black mana for what that's worth. So now I definitely, if I don't top deck a white source, I'm going to be blown out. Okay. Have to exile. Wow, he plays a lot of basics for a Tron deck. But he's also at the point where I can just start returning Worldbreaker to hand, which is I think what he just did, yes. So. Oh, did you just have another one of those in hand anyway? You can't return that to hand. Yeah, he returned the Worldbreaker to hand. He must have just drawn one. Well, alright, fair enough. Good game. Nobody expects the second Ulamog. 2 Ulamogs is too many for me. I think Pithing Needles might be, Relic Progenitors might be worth it. I kind of like Oblivion Ring. I kind of like Duress. He didn't actually show. I think Pithing Needle is worth it. The thing is, like, what do you take out? I think the Wasteland Strangler, I mean, he did okay there, but I don't think he's very good. I don't want to take out too much of my little stuff just because it keeps him from being pretty aggressive. Aether Vial can be pretty good. Path to Exile is definitely good because a lot of his things are indestructible. I do need some slightly big threat. Yeah, Wasteland Strangler is, I think, what seemed the worst to me. I guess I'm just going to try it like that. Because the Wasteland Strangler just felt like there's no like 3/3 that it hits. You know what I mean? It's like it hits some of his stuff, but it hits like he has to play poorly for it to work. This doesn't feel very good, but I think I can keep it off of the basically off the Aether Vial as long as he doesn't have anything crazy. And if I draw a land, it becomes good. So, but 2, 3, I guess not till 5. It's not terrible. I can even Aether Vial this in to blink one of his lands for a turn and things like that. So he's deciding whether to mulligan or not. I was playing significantly slower than him. I should probably play a little faster. I think I'm new to this deck, so I play a little bit slow. Dark Saucy is deciding. He decided it was best to mulligan. And he's keeping it at 6. Alright. Well, let's temple into Aether Vial. Pass the turn. Stars on turn 1. Let's up that. Well, that's not really what I wanted. Don't think there's any reason to pop his land yet. If he gets me in a scary position, I'll pop it. It's nice though, because now I can leave this second Aether Vial at 3 or something, or even 2, until I need it. Pops for green, presumably plays Ancient Stirrings. Yep. Trying to hit a second Tron land, because I bet right now he only has 1, or at least he only wants to show 1. He does hit 1, he hits a tower. Alright. Nothing else this turn. And he could have natural Tron, so I need to kind of decide what I want to do. Unfortunately, I still don't have enough to cast this guy. If it was a Thought Knot, I would be able to cast it, look at his hand, and get some good information. I'm gonna main phase Thalia because there's really no reason to wait, and it'll make it hard for him to cast any potential a lot of the things he might cast. It makes it slightly harder for him to cast. I guess I just, it's so hard. Do I want to kill tower here? If I kill tower here, it keeps him off of Tron. Man. It's probably the right thing to do. It doesn't feel super good to me. Also, if I top deck a land next turn, I can play Reality Smasher no matter what, which feels pretty good. I'm gonna risk it. I might get blown out for this. Unfortunately, you can't react to a land being played, so he gets to tap for mana if he has the third piece. He has a Ghost Quarters. Okay, well that's not particularly scary. Guess I pass turn. Both these get upped. Yes. Yes. Oh, that's pretty sweet. So I think I do that. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reality Smasher. Swing in for 7. End of turn. Let's Flicker Wisp. Let's Flicker Wisp his Urza's Tower. And he calls it. He says, that's going to be too much. Alright. Yeah, that ran pretty well. I'll keep that. I don't know if the Relic is worth it. I'm just scared of him bringing back the World Breaker over and over again. So, if I run that well, I do okay. If I don't run that well, I'm in some trouble. Pithing Needle's not terrible, but this hand just is not keepable. That's got to be a mulligan. No colored mana, no Aether Vial is not a keepable hand. Well, this one's a little bit of a long shot. I think I'll keep it and try it. It has some potential to be okay. Can't imagine that's good, is it? I think I'll bottom it. I probably shouldn't have kept this one either. It's just going to 5 is also not going to win it. So, well, that's a positive. It means I actually have a turn 2 Thalia, which could be pretty handy. Well, he's going to have turn 3 Tron for whatever that gets him. I don't actually know if he's running Karns. His deck certainly becomes way scarier if he's running Karns. Yeah. Well, that's a nice reason to try to get my Aether Vial to 4. I will take the 2 damage, and I will play Thalia. That takes him off of Tron next turn. Not Tron next turn, but it takes him off of what's it called? Karn next turn, because Karn is a non-creature spell, so he can no longer Karn next turn. I'm assuming, I actually didn't look. I assumed he revealed tower. Yeah, he got his tower. He got Tron. Let's see what he can do with it. He can produce colored mana. He's gonna Fire Spout. Yes, Fire Spouts, alright. Well then. The only question I have now is... Let's up that again. Ooh. Eldrazi Temple. That's super tempting. Now I could Thought Knot this turn, see what he has in his hand, and decide. I can't. Well, I guess I can't. The problem is if I Thought Knot here, I think I'm gonna Thought Knot here. That might be the wrong decision. It's probably the less safe decision. It depends what he has in hand. I can put in another Thalia too. Dragon Lord is definitely the pull. Although Nature's Claim is going to be super annoying if he ever decides to use that on my Aether Vial. I'm actually kind of surprised he didn't. But yeah, let's go to the Dragon Lord. And yeah, let's put in Thalia again. Make the cards you do have cost a little more. Not Dragon Lord. Why do I keep saying Dragon? Ugin. Ugin is very mean. Okay, well he got that. He breaks it. What does he grab? He grabs a basic forest so that he can kill my Aether Vial, presumably. Oh, he Ancient Stirrings with it. Okay. What does he reveal off Ancient Stirrings? Karn. Alright, Karn's pretty scary. I mean, I can take him down to 4 mana next turn. This definitely ticks up. I just can take him lower than 4 mana next turn. Oh, but I can't actually play her this turn because I don't have double white and I up this. So now I can just never play her. Well, that was silly of me. First things first, let's attack all. So I have 2 choices here. I could Flicker Wisp, Thought Knot to get rid of his Karn. I could also Flicker Wisp a land to just keep him from using it. Yeah, I'm going to Ghost Quarter Tower. I don't need any more colorless land. It's just not useful to me. If he wants to get a second colorless land, that's not that big a deal. Part of me wants to go to Flicker with Thought-Knot just to take the Karn. Yeah, I'll do that just in case, I guess. Well, it doesn't really matter which one I take. But I guess at this point I don't have a choice. So he's going to get to draw a card too. But I'm going to get to re-see his hand and take a card. Karn Liberated, yep. Alright. Keeping him light on threats as I can. Do 9 damage this turn, and it'll come down to whether he draws something good next turn. Ancient Stirrings again. Does he hit anything with it? He could also hit his land with it, obviously. He hits the Sphere with it. That is good for me. Oh, he got the land somehow anyway. Must have just been his natural draw. Alright, well, he's going to crack it for green. Probably... Okay, he's going to gain me some life. That seems fine. I actually don't really need it right now. I guess I do need colored mana, but... Oh, that's a little bit of a punish for... something I did earlier. I... cancel all attack first. There's no reason not to attack first. Attack all. He's down to 5. Second main. Leonin Arbiter. I could play a second Eldrazi Temple, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Is it worth keeping it in my hand, or is it worth playing it? I don't think it really matters, because if I draw another land, I'm not going to care about playing it anyway. So yeah, it's fine to keep in my hand. If he draws a Yujin, I'm in trouble. If he doesn't draw a Yujin, I think I'm pretty much okay. Can't really search anymore. He can still use Ancient Stirrings, I believe, because it doesn't actually search, it just looks at the top 5 cards. So, comes down to this. He's at 9 mana. Even if he drew a Ulamog, unless he drew another land, I don't think he can get me here. He's thinking. I'm tempted to go to the chat box and be like, ... What are you doing, man? Why are you taking so long? I got things to do. I'm a busy man. No, it's alright. I don't hate people for doing that. He didn't say anything mean. You could have said something a little nicer, like, "Are you still there?" Or... Oh, I got it. Sweet. So apparently it's probably not a terrible deck against Tron, I guess. So I beat red-green Tron with it. I don't think it was a quite optimal build, just because it seemed to be playing more basics than most red-green Trons I've played against. I suspect that means he's not playing Grove of the Burn Willows. I don't know if he's playing any other dual lands in its place, or if he's just playing a bunch of basics instead of Groves. Groves are really expensive. I would not fault anybody for playing basics. In my slightly budget version, I have 1 Grove and then a couple Karplusan Forests, which in most matchups aren't terrible, but in your worst matchups, which is like Burn and stuff, it's just like, oh, and by the way, Burn, I'm just going to do like 3 damage to myself this game for free. It's like, you got a free Lightning Bolt on me. So, it can be kind of bad. But anyway, yeah, got there, sweet. That was my first match that I've recorded with Eldrazi Taxes. You guys can let me know if I played it wrong, because I probably did. This is one of my first times playing it. I still play Merfolk wrong, and I've been playing them forever now. Well, not forever, for a couple months. Anyway, take it easy, guys. See you next time.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. It really helps us out. You can find us on Twitter at MagicGathStrat, Facebook /MagicGatheringStrat, or on the web, magicgatheringstrat.com. There you can find articles and free prize-supported leagues. This is all brought to you by our Patreons and cardhoarder.com. If you enjoy this content, please consider supporting us at patreon.com/magicgatheringstrat.